And welcome back to the channel. If today's the first time you've stopped by, you're actually watching the third part of I guess an install series showing you how to attach a GoRhino push bumper to the front of a Ford Crown Victoria. In the first video, I showed you how to pull the bumper off the front of the car. The second video is actually the standard GoRhino push bumper being mounted. The push bumper I had is used, came off of a junk car. In that video, I show you how to put the mounting brackets on, how to cut the holes in the bumper, that kind of stuff. And in this video, the third video, I will show you how to put the wraparounds on if you were to want to put wraparounds on your GoRhino push bumper. You don't need them unless you want them, and they're designed, I guess, to help protect the front corners of the car from impact damage. There's actually another version that has some additional bracing. I believe that's called the heavy duty wraparound, and that's to help protect from, I guess, when you're doing pit maneuvers, things like that. So hopefully, if you're a civilian, you're not out doing pit maneuvers, but I'm not going to judge you because y'all do whatever the heck you want with your cars. Anyway, I guess let's get to it. Yeah, now you guys know why I have fun trying to get these cars in and out of here. Look at that, that's pretty deep. I'm digging trenches, Oh well. Yeah, there's just a little bit of mud on them tires, just a little bit. Just a little bit of mud. Not a lot, just a little. Just a little bit of mud. Just a tiny bit. Oh yeah, just a tiny bit. So yeah, after a little bit of fun, we got the car in the workshop. Just, you know, making it work. Well, if I can get it back over by the house again, I'll have to, yeah, spray the tires and the rims and the mud off of everything. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so this, as you can see, is coming up underneath the front of the car. I'm trying to shine some light on the situation. But, you'll see what looks like is part of the frame rail. Then you got this little cap thing right here. Kind of hard. I got not enough hands, but kind of right there, that block. If I remember correctly, you just pull that little block off and you can attach directly to that. And then basically your mounting bracket will come off here, and then you'll have to cut a hole through the bumper so that the wraparound can actually attach. So, sorry about the lighting. It's just really hard to juggle a light and a camera and be balanced at the same time. So, there you go. So this is the wrap that goes on this side over here that I was just showing you, and these are the two bolts I was talking about. You can see how when it was mounted, it was right up against that area. And then over here, you'll have this. So basically, this part right here will come through the bumper and attach to this mounting bracket. And then there are 3 bolts over here that attach to the actual side of the push bumper. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then what you'll see over here is 1, 2, 3. So there you go. That's how that goes together. Just gonna have to do a little bit of surgery on the car to make it happen. So fun fact, when you pull this block off that I was showing you that was attached, and it's got 2 nuts on the back that are 1/2 inch, And then you've got this little tab in the middle that you have to squeeze together to actually take the block off, because this tab helps hold it onto the car even if you lose the, I guess, the couple of nuts there. So there you go. That's just a little tip so that when you're trying to take this block off, it'll actually come free. So basically you would just squeeze and pop it out. So here's the, I guess, the internal brace. You got a couple of, I guess, a nut and a lock washer, bolt, you know, lock washer and another nut. And that's how this actually attaches to the car. All right, so here we are back under the bumper. You can see that the mounting bracket is now placed. Now what I'm gonna have to do is figure out where exactly I'm supposed to cut out the bumper right there. Probably the smartest way to do this would be to actually draw a line on the inside of the bumper with these brackets mounted, and then take the bumper off and actually cut it proper. But we'll see. We will see. All right, so at this point, what I did is I cut a hole in the side over here. Not the prettiest hole in the world, but it's there. Slid this bracket under the bracket that's inside, so you come in at kind of a weird angle and then try to get it to kind of lock into place. And then over here, basically tried to pin the top, got the top pinned in place, and then pin these two in place. Now it's basically on the car. Now what I have to do is lock everything down on this side, and then I can move to the other side of the push bumper. All right, so I got half of the push bumper together. Got the wraparound on this side, got everything tightened down, and just to show you how stout this thing is, I mean, it's on there, so this ain't moving. It's secured to the frame in a couple of spots, so you can pick this car up, move it around. So that's the easiest way to tell if you did it right. You know, from this angle, this reminds me of that late 90s fad where people would walk around with one pants leg up and the other pant leg down. Maybe I should drive around like this for a while, see if anybody notices. No, seriously, I can't do that. I'm not that crazy. And welcome back to the adventures of Florida Man. So as you can see, I'm doing a little bit of cutting here. And if you're feeling real crazy and real Florida Man-esque, you can actually use a box cutter to cut this thing. Do I recommend it? Hell no. But it can be done if you don't have enough tools. Just be real flipping careful, and your box cutter better be real sharp, not dull like this one. So, because this is basically like a rubbery plastic. So you can see it'll cut through it. I don't recommend it, but if you don't have enough tools, you can give anything a try if you're feeling Florida Man-esque. Another quick tip, not sure if this will help with your particular GoRhino push bumper, but I noticed that from about here to here is roughly 5.5 inches, and from here to here should be about 7.5 inches. Just a little bit of a reference point there if you guys want to, you know, at least get close. And as you can see right back here, you can actually see, well, if the lighting were better, you could actually see the mounting bracket back in there. I don't have my flashlight, but you're just gonna have to believe me, I guess. So, as you can see, it takes a little bit of kind of shaking and pushing and shoving, but ultimately what you want to do is pin at least one of these bolts so that you can get the other two in place. And now I got to go under the car and make sure that this is actually lined up where it's supposed to be. This might require the assistance of another person, some weight, something. On the other side, I actually had to, over here, I had to have somebody kind of come over and lean into this so that the bolt underneath for the mounting bracket would line up. So on this side, I might actually have the opposite problem. I might have to have somebody come and pull the outer wrap out a little bit so that a bolt can actually line up through there. But other than that, it's pretty stinking close. As you can see, here's the other two bolts where this thing mounts. And then something I may or may not have made real clear. This is the mounting bracket for the actual push bumper itself. There's a spacer back here. So if you don't have that spacer when you're buying the mounting brackets, that could probably be a little bit of a pain. Alright, so now that I've basically got this thing together, there's a couple things I want to note to you guys. This bolt that's underneath of here, this very last one that you have to pin, is probably the hardest one to get in place, because what you have to do is kind of flex this as needed to get the bolt to actually slip into place. And see, this side, this side of my push bumper is not mangled, damaged, whatever. But if we go around to this side, one thing you might notice if you look real close is the salvage vehicle I got this off of struck something with the push bumper wraparound. And when it did that, it actually put a little bit of a bend right here in the actual wraparound part. So I don't know, maybe this guy pitted somebody or something. This actually came off a City of Tampa police car that was in the junkyard. That had been retired, obviously. But because of that, this piece right here actually is tweaked a little bit and didn't meet up with the mount very well. So again, like I said, I had to have somebody lean on this to actually get it to kind of match up with the holes. And then it just took forever to tighten it down because there's not a whole lot of clearance in there, unless you have a ratcheting like box-in regular wrench like one of these things, but it has to ratchet. Because there's just not enough clearance to get like a regular socket wrench in there. So I'm going to tighten all this stuff down and maybe do a little bit more mud bogging and show you guys what this thing looks like if I don't get the car stuck in the yard. Oh yeah. Just a quick note, these are actually 9/16. That's 3/4 inch. And then the one over here underneath all this stuff is 3/4 inch also. Just in case you guys needed to know the wrench sizes. Woo! So there you go, there you have it, the push bumper, the GoRhino push bumper that you guys have been waiting ages for me to mount on the car is finally on the car with the wraparounds. And don't worry, the next step is to, well, I gotta go clean the car first, I just flung mud everywhere, but the next step is gonna be, I'm gonna switch the chrome grill out for the honeycomb. I'll show you guys what that looks like because I know there's a bunch of you that absolutely hate the chrome grill, including some of my family members, go figure. And I know there's a bunch of you that want to see it with the Mustang wheels, so I'll go do some glamour shots with the Mustang wheels and the GoRhino and the honeycomb grill. And then after that, of course, I'll switch it back to the steel. So, because I know you guys are itching to see it with the steelies on it. So we'll go ahead and do that too. That'll probably be a whole nother video because this one is already probably kind of long. I haven't gone through and figured out how long it is yet, but yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. And love to all of you. I'll catch you on the next video. And if you have any questions about installing a beautiful GoRhino push bumper to the front of your car, hopefully that's answered them. Catch you on the next video, guys. I'm pretty sure I just Florida man the hell out of the yard. I mean, the other ruts yesterday are pretty good, but yeah, these are pretty stout. It's going to take a little while for these to go back to normal. I guess it's an off-road Vic now. Look at all that mud. Good Lord. Good as new.